Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus singles. This is Donna from Tarot. I almost forgot I was when singles read. We just did an Aries read, but then we got Aries again, so we're gonna do one for the singles. And I have quite a bit going on here for you all. So I'm just gonna start off with the Mausolea of Soul, the Oracle of Souls. This is actually a it's like a fictitious realm that was created, and what they did, the originator of this deck, is they basically looked over myths and legends from all corners of the world, and then created like 6 kingdoms within this area called Mausolea. It's like the afterlife, and then for each kingdom they took 6 different characters, and they're supposed to reveal facets of your personality and things about your path. So the one that we pulled for you is Vanth, which is the caretaker of the lost. And it says, for this one, I would just move that. It says for Vanth, the caretaker of the lost, Vanth guides the dead who become sidetracked or misled to their proper places. An agent of Hades' mercy, she helps them to recall that in which they most need to know about themselves. Here, can you see this? This is the card. That's Vanth. And it says, to continue on in the afterlife, benevolent and dedicated, Vanth provides that which is most needed, and to the point where it is most needed. She inspires us to trust those who depend on, and that with the tools that will aid us will be there or will easily be found at the critical moment. It is important to rest, to breathe, and not to give in to panic and fear. The domains are respite, assistance, and memory. So basically, having what you need when you need it, and being able to remember, where is it? Recall that which is they most need to know about themselves. So respite, assistance, and memory. So this is the picture. That is Vanth from Mausolea, Oracle of Souls. It's actually a really, really cool deck. That one and what was the other one? The Dark Mirror, probably 2 of my favorite ones now. They're deep and they're dark and they're kind of creepy, but they really give you way beyond the surface information. Pulled a card from the Devine Energy Oracle, and it says focus on success. So whatever has been going on in your life, don't let yourself get sidetracked by anything that seems to be not working in your favor. Focus on that which is working in your favor, and if you're having a hard time seeing it, well, that's the problem. So you need to focus on success and keep your eyes on the prize where you're trying to go. So from the 72 angels, we pulled Nelkiel. I'm probably massacring the name, and I can't even pick these things up. So, come on now. Come on. All right, so I'm actually going to read the distortions because I'm more likely than not, either you or someone you're dealing with has, see all these things that it has written, is probably dealing with the distortions of this particular angel. So it says difficulties in apprenticeship, problems with exams, tendency to feel stressed, wants to please others, seeks success at all costs, studies motivated by ambition, haughty attitude, complexes of superiority and inferiority, ignorance, learning without understanding, seeks to and uses knowledge for one's own ends, rejects learning and the learned, weak mentality, gets lost in abstraction, prejudices, vindictive behavior, erroneous mental structures, incapable of applying knowledge, and bewitchment through lack of knowledge. So you may be dealing with somebody, hopefully that doesn't describe you, but you may be dealing with somebody that is just, leaning on ignorance and ignoring knowledge, basically having kind of a superiority attitude or just acting like maybe they think they're better than everybody, being a little vindictive. So hopefully you're not dealing with somebody like that, but it mentions feeling stressed. So I think a lot of Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus folks may be feeling a lot of stress, because actually it said that something in here, Vanth too, because I think it says something about being stressed. So we have also a couple of spreads for you. Now this is the Quest deck here, and this one is the Readiness for Love spread. And then you have this one, the Self-Love spread. So single folks, are you ready for love? Oh, and you have a fallen angel Bathin, so we'll go over that too. It has to do with journey. So this particular deck has a lot going on. It's a very busy deck. But for the what you want in love, it has the 8 of Wands. So you actually want to be in love. You want that relationship now. You're kind of in a hurry. So you may be in too much of a hurry. And I know Aries have a tendency to not be the most patient. So it's calling for you to, you know, be patient. Try to be patient. Because what you want in love is you want it to move very quickly. It says what you learned from love, what you already learned from love, and it gives you the devil, which is temptation. I think that actually that might have to do with codependent behavior. When it comes to relationships, feeling like you need someone, like you can't stand being single, you can't stand being alone. So as far as what holds you back from love, you get the Three of Wands, and that might be, there might be a lack of teamwork. What holds you back is the Three of Wands. Usually that has to do with working together. So the spirit of teamwork may not be there. You may either yourself, or you may seek out people who are selfish and they want things their way, and there's a lack of equal give and take, lack of teamwork. So what holds you back, you may be choosing people that want everything their way. Your readiness for your love, your heart's readiness for love. It says readiness of your heart. You get the Magician. So I think you're actually mentally ready, or I'm sorry, you're emotionally ready. You're emotionally ready for love. I believe that. But it says your readiness of your mind, and you get the Nine of Swords. So emotion, you want it emotionally, but I think mentally you may not be ready for it. You may not have been able to work over those attitudes and things that hold you back, like for example, feeling like you need someone. And as far as the readiness of your spirit, you get the Seven of Wands, which is, that's the card says courage. So I think maybe there is possibly a little bit of a need to take time, focus on success, and allow yourself to be single. Don't try to rush it, just so you have somebody because you don't want to be alone. So if that is the case, and it may not be the case, but I have a feeling that may be the case, because you get the Devil for what you learned from love, and that was codependency. But again, you might be ready, but just take a time and don't try to rush it. So the fallen angel we pulled for you is Bathan, which has to do with travel, and I'll read that to you. It says indicates a journey, but either physical or spiritual. It says to guard your health. This warns that Bathan is a beautiful angel who often appears carrying a serpent. This warns that she is not as gentle as she may seem at first, but it is also the snake of Asclepius, the healer. Bathan understands the virtues of herbs and crystals and is a great healer and soother of troubled souls. She's also a helpful guide for journeys, whether physical travels in the everyday world or spiritual adventures of the soul. There's a hint of danger in this card, but only if you're too complacent. So be willing to travel, either physically or spiritually. Make the journey. So the self-love spread, that might be what's going on here. That might be what's holding you back, is you need to learn to love yourself before you can love somebody else. You have to learn to be able to be comfortable being single. I don't mean being alone, but being single, being by yourself, and learning to love your own company. So this may or may not be you, but it says, what should I learn to love? And that's the Four of Wands. And that's stability. You should learn to love stability. You shouldn't want to rush into something just to have somebody, because it might be all wild and crazy and just stress you out. What do people love about you? The High Priest. And that, I think that might have to do with being able to keep secrets, actually. To keep their secrets. Why did I need this spread? You got the Five of Wands. That would say stress to me. Like, things are just too chaotic, too stressful. Why do you need this spread? To learn to love yourself and to give yourself the peace and quiet to get to know yourself that you need. To just basically love on yourself. What is blocking you? That's the Ace of Pentacles. Now, that shows that being able to begin something on firm ground, stability. So, again, not rushing in just to have somebody, and ignoring red flags. So being able to build on solid ground and to go slow and not rush it. So I'm using these two spreads together to weave them together to show what's going on here. How do I overcome the block? The King of Cups, you know, that's stable love. So again, build on solid ground. Build on solid ground. Look for stability, build on solid ground. And that way you will have stable love that lasts. And what is my future love goal? You get the Seven of Pentacles. And that's being able to assess how far you've come and what you have and what you need. Being able to truly assess what you need. So you want to be able to be discerning and have discernment. So what else? What do we got? We're at 10 minutes, 42 seconds. Actually, if there is a person on your mind right now that you're thinking of, let me see, what deck can I do with this with? I guess I can do it with the, oh, I don't have my regular deck here. Hold on a second. Give me 2 seconds while I grab the Radiant Wise deck, which is hopefully right here. Oh, here it is. We're going to do a quick read on your person. I'm knocking things over here. If there's a person on your mind right now, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus singles, that you're thinking of, whether it's a past love, a current person you may be having some rocky times with, or a crush, somebody you haven't actually, you know, had anything with. I want you to think of that person, and we're going to do a how do they feel about you. We're first going to do how do they feel about you. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Aries singles. They are weighing their options. They may be feeling like juggling you, like you could be an option. That doesn't mean that they're not interested. That doesn't mean that they're all in. So they're just kind of weighing their options. That's how they're feeling about you. Like they need to weigh their options. What do they think of you overall? How do they see you? What do they think of you overall as a person? A person that takes time out, or a person that stresses them out, makes them need to take time out. But I think it's, you know, a person that takes time out when they need it, and cares for themselves and gives themselves the time they need to care for themselves. So, what are their intentions with you? I got 2 cards. All right, so their intentions. So this may be somebody from the past. It might be an ex, or it might be a current that you're having issues with, because the 6 of Cups is thinking, you know, their intentions are to think of the past and remember the good times, unless it's, you know, a former person. But this is with you. Their intentions with you. So that's why I'm thinking it's somebody from the past or somebody you're currently having issues with. Their intentions are to feel left out in the cold, and remember the past. But what are their actual actions with you? What are their actual actions with Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus singles? They're going to try to manifest something with you. That's what they're going to actually do. They're going to try to make things happen. They're going to try to somehow get things rolling with you. So I guess this has to be an ex or somebody you, well, technically an ex, because you're now considered single. So someone you were in a relationship with, and it's probably recent, and they are probably trying to get you back. What else? Feel heartbroken. Their intention is to feel heartbroken. Okay. Or not that intention, but their actual actions are to feel heartbroken. Hopefully not break your heart. So, let's see, who are we reading for next? Where is that die? Here it is. That is not it. Here it is. We are reading for Aries again. Jesus. Okay, this will be the 3rd one in a row. I don't even know what you all could possibly need at this point, but I'm going to do it again. Y'all are starting to hog the forum now. It's six cards, Donna's Destiny cards. Blank cards are anything is possible. Good Lord, Aries. What's going on with y'all, huh? Got a lot of issues right now going on, huh? I did a read for regular Aries. I did for singles now, and we still got a read for y'all. So I'm going to do a quick one, actually. So Aries singles, 6 cards. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Aries singles, 6 cards from Donna's Destiny. And again, blank cards are like wild cards. Anything's possible. They are secretly thinking marriage. So this person It's somebody from your past. They're secretly thinking marriage. Success and money, so that's awesome. Tell them off. You probably want to. All right, so there's a blank card. That's a good thing. Redecorate your living space, and they lied about it. All right, well, they lied about something. Could be something bad or something big, something small. Who knows? All right, we are doing another Aries read next, and I love you guys, and I'll talk to you soon.